activity 1.5, we can see that it is coming under types of chemical reaction, decomposition reaction. We always know that what do you mean by decomposition? It is decaying of the dead. So decompose means splitting of the matter. So you can see that here the experiment is about what happens when ferrous sulfate crystals are heated. So ferrous sulfate crystal is green vitriol in color, and you have taken the ferrous sulfate crystals in a test tube and you have heated it. So what happens when you heat the ferrous sulfate crystals? So green color of the ferrous sulfate crystal turns to brown and some amount of foul smelly gas is released, that is sulfur comes out of the test tube. So you can see that decompose and rotten smell. You might have experience of rotten smell or decayed smell. So the same smell arises from the gas that is released, that is sulfur. So you can see ferrous sulfate decomposes to ferric oxide. So what does ferrous sulfate on decomposition becomes? It becomes ferric oxide on heating, and also it releases sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide is not so good in smell. So you can see that ferrous sulfate on heating gives rise to ferric oxide and sulfur dioxide. So we will see the next activity, activity 1.6. So another activity related to decomposition reaction. So here, what happens when lead nitrate is heated? So heating of lead nitrate. So what is the formula of lead nitrate? It is PbNO3 twice. So you can see that a yellow precipitate is formed and evolution of brown nitrogen dioxide. So yellow precipitate plus brown nitrogen . So yellow precipitate and nitrogen dioxide gas is released. So PbNO3 twice on heating. So always what on heating is gives rise to an oxide. So here it is lead oxide. So lead is Pb, lead oxide, plus nitrogen dioxide, NO2, plus oxygen is the gas. Nitrogen and oxygen combine together to form nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. So here we can see that this is directly heated, so it is a solid. Here also it is a solid, here it is a gas, and this is also gas, that is oxygen is also gas. So here it is nitrogen dioxide, oxygen. So in previous decomposition also we have seen that ferrous sulfate becomes ferric oxide. Here lead nitrate also becomes lead oxide. And certain there it is sulfur dioxide, the gas is released. Here it is nitrogen dioxide. So both are coming under decomposition reaction. So 1.7, we have already discussed about this. It is electrolysis of water. So we'll draw the diagram once again. So this is a simple apparatus of splitting up of respective ions, and you can see that water molecules are split into two different atoms, that is hydrogen and oxygen, and separately the gas are collected at the different anode and cathode ends. You can see that this apparatus is made up from a plastic mug and inserted are two electrodes, that is anode and cathode, that is positive and negative terminals, which a beaker is filled with water, and test tubes are inverted and put over these electrodes so that the gas collected, it gets collected at the tip of the test tubes. So you can see that a 6-volt battery is also connected here, and when we on the switch an electric current is passed, so you can see that the water molecules splits into hydrogen and oxygen, and hydrogen that gets dissociated here, it gets collected in the cathode, that is negative terminal, and hydrogen gas is getting collected here, and oxygen it gets collected here. So the faster gas that gets collected is hydrogen, and very slow the oxygen gets collected. And since water is not a very good conductor and it takes a lot of time to split up its own ions, so you can use either some solutions like sodium chloride or some acid, dilute acids for the speeding up of the reactions. So this is all about electrolysis of water. So you can see that 2H2O. So you are splitting up wherein it gives rise to H2 plus O2. So here you can see 2H2 plus 2O2. So this is also one of the important in-text activities. So next activity will go with 1.8. So next activity is, we have already discussed through the lesson when we have taken that what happens to the silver chloride when it is exposed to sunlight. So you can see that here also it is a decomposition reaction. So as you can see, decomposition means the whole reactant will get split into two different products. So 2Ag plus 2Cl. So silver So it's a simple reaction when silver chloride is left under sunlight for some time, wherein silver chloride when reacts with sunlight, it is photolytic reaction wherein it decomposes to silver, that is Ag, and chlorine. So chlorine is the gas released and silver. So silver chloride, when before the reaction it is white in color, and on reacting with sunlight it gives a grey color, and also it releases chlorine gas. So we'll see the next activity. So what happens when iron nail is put into a copper sulfate solution? So activity 1.9. So we will see what happens when iron nail is dropped in a copper sulfate solution. So iron nail, we can see that Fe. Iron is Fe, the symbol of iron is Fe. When it is dropped in copper sulfate solution, that is CuSO4. So this is aqueous, this is solid. So what happens when iron is treated or it is dropped in copper sulfate solution? So let us see. All of you might have seen a new iron nail without rusting. So you can see that. So actually copper sulfate solution is blue in color. So initially the copper sulfate solution will be blue. After you drop an iron nail for some time, Fe plus CuSO4. So what happens is there is a reaction that iron displaces copper from copper sulfate because iron is more reactive than copper in the reactivity series. If you go through the reactivity series lesson that I have taken, the part that I have taken, you can see that iron comes first and later copper. So iron displaces or replaces copper from copper sulfate solution, and you can see that the solution becomes colorless, and here the iron nail which was new, you can see that there is a brown coating. So now you can think what type of displacement reaction it is or what type of chemical reaction it is. It is single displacement reaction. So it is single displacement reaction wherein ferrous copper is displaced from ferrous and copper sulfate solution, and it forms here FeSO4 plus Cu. So it becomes ferrous sulfate, that is aqueous solution, and copper, that is solid. So you can understand now what has become solution, that is this has become ferrous sulfate. Solution is ferrous sulfate and brown coating that is formed as copper. So initially when you dip it as new iron nail, this will be iron, that is Fe, and the solution will be CuSO4. So you leave it for some time and you can see that the formation of aqueous solution, that is it has become ferrous sulfate, and the brown color that is regained is copper. So that completes your activity 1.9. So next we will see 1.10. So 1.10 states it is again double displacement reaction wherein barium sulfate solution and barium chloride is being, sodium sulfate and barium chloride is used. Double displacement reaction. Between sodium sulfate and barium chloride. So you can write that Na2SO4 is sodium sulfate, barium chloride is BaCl2. So just we will draw a simple diagram here for your understanding. So actually what is given here, sodium sulfate is given first and barium chloride is given. Both are aqueous solution, that is mixed in water. Sodium sulfate crystals are mixed in water and barium chloride solution is prepared by mixing it in water, and these two are taken in two different test tubes. So let us see that. This we can see as test tube A, test tube B. So let us write down Na2SO4 plus BaCl2. So here there is an exchange that is going to happen. So sodium will combine with chlorine and barium will combine with sulfate. So you can see that sodium sulfate solution, which is aqueous in nature, to this we are adding BaCl2, that is barium chloride. Here that is sodium metal combines with chlorine and halogen, and here also it can see that barium combines to sulfate, and you can see that barium sulfate, it gets settled down here as white precipitate. White precipitate, which is known as barium sulfate. So it forms barium sulfate. And what is the solution that is now? Actually, there was a solution, sodium sulfate. This was a solution of sodium sulfate and barium chloride was added to it. Now you can see that the formation of the product has become barium sulfate, which is white precipitate. It is insoluble, hence it settles down at the bottom of the test tube that we have taken. And what does this solution become? There should be some reaction, right? So you can see sodium combines with chlorine to form sodium chloride solution. So it is also aqueous in nature. So this is a double displacement reaction. So we will see the next activity. Activity 1.11. So here they have given heating of copper powder in a china dish. So as you know that what is the symbol of copper? It is Cu, and you can see that when you heat directly, heating of copper along with oxygen. So you can see that there is a presence of oxygen when you heat it. So it forms CuO, that is copper oxide. So you have just written the equation there is copper and oxygen. You can see that oxygen there are two, here it is only one. So if you make it 2, so copper is again getting imbalanced or not balanced, so you can add 2. So it is copper oxide. Copper powder when heated, you can see that metals when heated with oxygen or hydrogen or any form of gases, it speeds up the reaction and it forms oxides. So oxide, always oxide gives a black appearance. So that completes your in-text activities. And also it completes your chemical reactions chapter with respect to the activities.